All right, Firewall, Wednesday coming at you here. We're rotating through for 20 minutes, getting some abs and some bicep pumping. All right, so 20 minutes rotate through. You have a 90-second plank going right into a minute of sit-ups, 30 seconds per arm of a bicep curl, and then 15 dumbbell weighted hip bridges. You'll probably get through at least 3 times here, maybe even getting into the 4th round of this. But again, that minute and a half plank is a little bit longer. Try to fight through and get through the full 90 seconds in that plank. If you can't, you need to take a quick break, that's fine. Just get as much of a plank in there as you can in the 90 seconds. Try not to go over 90 seconds total of trying to plank. All right, and then you got a minute of sit-ups, making sure you're butterflying those feet, touching the ground behind you, touching your toes, trying to move the entire minute. The 30 seconds is each arm for the bicep curl, so spending 30 seconds on one arm and then switching right away to 30 seconds on the other arm, and then finishing with a good little hip pop with those dumbbell weighted hip bridges. All right, so that first movement here on the ground, that plank here, we got elbows down underneath our shoulders, feet together, squeezing our core, butt, quads, and I'm trying to just think about not being in this plank position, trying to squeeze everything and not sink the hips or get them really high. You want to be as level as you can, okay, making sure we're staying tight the whole way through. Your next movement for that minute is going to be your sit-ups, so you can butterfly those feet together. I'm going to reach back behind me, keep my core super tight. I'm going to touch the ground, throw them forward, touch the tips of my toes, where I go right back behind me, and then touch my toes again. So 1 minute, trying to go as quick as you can, as many reps as you can. Other option can be those feet flat, same thing, touch the ground, and then try to get your chest all the way up to those thighs. Okay, trying to touch those toes, but again, bring that chest all the way up. 1 minute of sit-ups there. The best part, 30 seconds, each arm, bicep curls, trying to keep the palm forward, core tight, feet underneath the hips, and we're not trying to pop the hips and go super fast like this. It wants to be just that arm, getting a full lockout and a full palm to the shoulder. So again, you can go fast as long as it's just that arm moving, okay, and not swinging those hips to pop that weight up. So 30 seconds on one side and then pop it right over 30 seconds on the other. Last movement there is that weighted hip bridge. So those heels are going to be close to your butt, dumbbell on the hips, hands can be on the dumbbell, head can be flat on the floor. I'm going to keep my core tight, squeeze my hips to the ceiling for a quick second, and I'm right back down to the floor with my butt. So I'm just hanging out the top for a second, hands on the dumbbell, and then back down. So you can link these together, go through them relatively quickly, but make sure you get those hips locked out, and you're not only going halfway up each time. So just use a dumbbell or even a smaller weight in your house. Okay, you can even use a book, jug of milk, whatever you can. Keep on your hips, and you got 15 of those. So again, try to go through at least 3 times, maybe even going through 4 times. After, AMRAP 5 here. You got 1 movement, max alternating dumbbell devil's presses. All right, so it's 5 minutes, quick movement, 1 movement. So you guys see how many reps you can get within the 5 minutes. So what that alternating dumbbell devil's press is, okay, you're gonna start with it in one hand, okay? The dumbbell is gonna get placed to the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna plant my right hand holding the dumbbell, my left hand's gonna be free, and my chest is gonna go in between the two. Once my chest touches the ground, I'm gonna peel my chest like a burpee, I'm gonna pop my hips up, but I'm gonna shift my weight towards the dumbbell, so it's in between my feet. I'm gonna set my back, make sure my chest is up, and then I'm gonna sweep the weight through my hips, pop, and then get that weight directly overhead with that bicep to the ear. I'm alternating, so it's gonna go to the other hand, left hand down, right hand's free, chest in between the both of them, pop it over to the middle, set that back before we swing and pop those hips. So you can either go with that straight arm swing, or you can slightly bend, okay, at the elbow, but it's gotta be a quick transition overhead. It's not a stop at the shoulder and then press. So 1 rep will look like this with a bent elbow. I'll pop, set the back, and then it's a quick transition overhead. Either way, bicep ends up by the ear overhead, and then you have to change hands, okay, each rep. So it's 5 minutes, as many of those devil's presses you can get. Good luck with it. Happy